everybody. Crystal Crawford, the CEO of Girl Scouts of Historic Georgia. And you might hear a little bit of background noise because we just finished the amazing press conference revealing Savannah Steele. Savannah's first women's professional basketball team is part of the UPSHOT League. And I am here with the league commissioner, Donna Orender, as our league commissioner. But Donna has a really deep past. She was one of the first women in the Women's Professional Basketball League, and she was the WNBA's second commissioner of all time. So we are just so delighted to have Savannah Steele here. But as a Girl Scout.
I am Donna Orender, and I am a Girl Scout.
Yes, not a former. Like we want to make sure people know that you're always a Girl Scout, once a Girl Scout.
I loved wearing my uniform, I have to tell you. What can I say? And at those days, we did have a sash.
Yes.
And I just wanted to fill it all up. I wanted patches all the time.
Well, since you mentioned patches, I hope you still have your sash. And I'll go ahead and give you this CEO patch. I met the CEO patch. So you can add to your sash if you still have it.
You know what? Knowing my mother, who is my troop leader,
yes,
she probably does.
So how many boxes or cases of cookies do you think you've sold?
Oh, I was good. And my mother, when your mom's on your team,
yes,
I walked miles. Those are the days you walk miles in neighborhoods I didn't know so I could win.
You're an athlete. I completely understand. Well, I will tell you, I've really loved researching your past and everything that you are as a Girl Scout, from being a Girl Scout to a trailblazer, being able to be an athlete and a Girl Scout is everything that I've imagined that people would see in Girl Scouts. And so you are the perfect role model, and I'm so thankful to have you on our social media posts.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure.
Well, let's talk. I have a few questions that I wanted to ask you, though.
Go ahead.
As an athlete and a Girl Scout playing seven sports in high school, which one secretly made you the toughest?
It's interesting. It's not one that made me toughest. It's all of them that made me tough. I think, interestingly enough, for all of your Girl Scouts who are playing sports, there's such a pressure to specialize in one sport young. And I think that it's a mistake. I think the idea of learning from all sports, you use all of your different muscle groups differently for each one. It requires different brain problem solving. So being able to have all that diversity, that's what made me tough.
So as I was doing some research, I learned that there was one sport that didn't have a girls' league.
Yeah.
So you asked to play on the boys' team.
I did.
Tell me about that and the results of some of your accomplishments.
Well, I loved tennis as a kid. I mean, I played everything, as you know, but I loved tennis, and there was no tennis team at my high school. And I don't know whatever possessed me, but I did go and ask the boys' coach if I could play. And there truly were no role models at that time. Yeah. Although, as I tell the story today, someone will say, that happened in my city, or I did that in soccer with the boys. And he said, yeah, if you can beat one of these team guys, then you can play. So, there's something about opportunity, and I beat him. And he gave me a spot on the team, and I got a varsity letter, and it was great. Yeah. It was great, honestly.
That's so inspiring and uplifting. And I'm thankful for Title IX and how we now have opportunities to be able to play as women.
Teaching, I don't know if there is a patch in Title IX, but if there could be, I'll come help you teach it, because really celebrating, understanding, and then understanding the importance of continuing Title IX, what it means, what it does, because it's so easy for some of those rights and expectations that we benefited from to be snatched away. And I'd hate to see that happen. There's been so many pioneering women and men who have worked so hard to make sure that we have equity in the ability to compete.
Yes.
Right? And to be able to utilize the resources that we should also be able to have the opportunity to have.
Yeah, that's amazing. As I shared in the press conference, Juliet Gordon-Lowe, way before Title IX, had girls playing basketball on a parking lot that we still have today, adjacent to our first headquarters in Bloomer. So you intertwine so many of the leadership skills from Girl Scouts and athletics. So tell me, what do you think you gained most from Girl Scouts, and how did you balance being a Girl Scout and continuing this drive to be a woman athlete also?
Listen, juggling was not one of my sports, but I think I always lived my life as a juggle, right? It was like I have so much curiosity, which also like part of being a Girl Scout, that I was interested in everything. And if I was interested in it, I wanted to do it. And it wasn't because I did this, I couldn't do this. I always believed in this kind of vision of abundance. Let's try to do as much of it as you can.
What do you think you learned most from Girl Scouts as you reflect over your amazing career that you've had?
I don't know. My experience from Girl Scouts was one of creativity. I remember my mom taking a coffee can and teaching us to turn it into a clown. And you might say, oh, wait, what does that mean? What it taught me was to see the ordinary and that you can transform it, if you think about it, into the extraordinary. Yeah. And that's a lesson that stayed with me my whole life.
That's amazing. Well, speaking of extraordinary, what I also understand is that you were one of the only women in the room so many times.
That is true.
So where did you gain your voice and your confidence to be able to speak in a room where a lot of times you're interrupted or your voice is drowned out?
Actually from sports. I believe that sports is a life-changing, game-changing opportunity for young girls and boys too. And it doesn't mean you have to be an elite athlete. It doesn't. It means you have to have the willingness to, one, test yourself. Think about what it takes to compete. You have to really want to steel yourself. Yes. You want to get stronger. You want to learn what you're capable of and then learn how you can be capable of even more things. And then you join with other people, certainly in team sports, which is really valuable lessons, teamwork, right? Yeah. How do I work with somebody else to create a goal that's larger than ourselves? And honestly, because I was able to achieve a lot in the sporting world on the basketball court, it gave me a lot of confidence to compete off the court.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Well, I know you've had a long day. You've got a busy day tomorrow as well, yes, and in the next few days. So I don't want to keep you a long time, but I have to ask you in with some lightning round questions.
So okay, lightning round. Here we go.
Lightning round. To finish this phrase, strong girls.
Strong girls are winners.
This or that. Sneakers or heels?
Oh, sneakers. No competition.
Finish this phrase. Being a Girl Scout means?
Doing good things that can make you happy.
Cookie question? Favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Thin Mints. Frozen.
Frozen Thin Mints. Okay, and the future focus, the future of women's sports is up. I love that. That's perfect. Thank you, Donna.
No, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Come on. Oh. Thank you so much. That's great.
Girls run the world.